measure of height. Oh.
Yeah.
Now I get to
Alright, we're going to take the quiz and see how much we remember.
It's off. There we go. Alright. Still a little bit off, I'm sorry. There we go.
Okay.
Online.
Okay. See all of it. Alright, which is the best estimate of the distance between Los Angeles and San Francisco, California? 550 kilometers, 550 centimeters, or 550 meters? Or 550 feet. Yeah. Kilometers or kilometers. Why do you say that?
Centimeters is really small, and the meters are just big.
Yeah, good. Alright, Moby uses paper clips to measure the width of his book. Each paper clip is about 5 centimeters long. How wide might his book be? 6 centimeters?
Moby uses
15 centimeters, 20 centimeters, or 50 centimeters? Yeah? 15? Good. So we can use a number sentence. 5 times 3 equals 15. Good. 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters. How many meters are in 7 kilometers? Yeah? Yes. Good. Another number sentence.
89 centimeters.
Which measurement is the longest? 20 meters, 89 centimeters, 500 meters, or 1 kilometer? Yes.
5 meters? 500 meters. 500 meters.
Do you remember how many meters are in a kilometer?
It's so it's
Right. Good job. Good thing.
150 meters.
Moby ran 1 kilometer. Then he ran 500 meters. How many meters did Moby run altogether? So remember, how many meters did he just say were in a kilometer?
1,000.
1,000. So if he ran 1,000 meters and then ran 500 more, how many did he run?
1,500.
Good. Alright. Okay. Let's go ahead and go back to the
We do the easy
PowerPoint.
Okay.
We're going to pass out some rulers for you guys to use to measure. The expected behavior with the rulers is that we're only using them to measure. And we're only using them when we're supposed to be, not when I'm talking right now, okay? Yeah, one also. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Alright, really quick review for rounding.
So a good idea maybe is to put our ruler, while she's talking, where would a good place to put our ruler so that we are thinking hands? Where should we put it? Yes. Name tag would be good. That way you can have thinking hands.
Okay. If we're trying to round 12 centimeters, how are we going to round it? What number are we going to use? The 1 or the 2? We're looking at 12 centimeters right here. And we're going to round it to either 10 or 20. We're rounding it to the nearest 10. How'd you do that? Did you round it? The 1 or the 2? Did you use the tens place or the ones place to round it? The ones. So you look at the last digit, the one that's in the ones place, and if it's greater than 5, what do you do?
It's about 20.
Okay, so but let's think about the number 12. what two tens does the number 12 fall between? If we were counting by tens, what would it fall between?
It would fall between 10 and 20.
10 and 20. I appreciate those of you who have followed my direction of putting that on your name tag and you have thinking hands. Thank you. So it falls between 10 and 20, and which one would you consider to be closer to, 10 or 20? Everybody. 10. Because if we look at the ones place, the 2, it means that we're going to round it down to the 10. If we had a 5 or higher in the ones place, we would round up. And I know that we haven't really gone over a lot of that, but this is a good time for us to practice and review. So finding what two tens we fall between and then which one it's closer to, that'd be good.
So 19, what's 19 between? Right. 10 and 20. What's it closer to? 19. 20, yes. Because 9 is greater than 5, so we're going to round up. What about 35? How are we going to round that one? Yep. 40. How did you do that? How did you know to round up?
So you start rounding up when you get to 5 or bigger, so I rounded up.
So if it's 5 or more, we're rounding up. About 104, what's that between?
What two tens is 104 between?
If you're counting by tens, 100 and... If you count by 10 from 100, what are you going to get to? Can you help, Rick? 110. 110. So since we're at 104, the last digit's 4, we're going to round up to 110 or down to 100? H? Down to 100. All right. Estimate then measure the length of each picture to the nearest centimeter. Okay, so we're looking at our little bug. I don't know what kind of bug that is. What would be an appropriate guess or appropriate estimate for the length of this bug? Yes. 3 centimeters, okay. Anything else? Yeah.
Like 5 or 4 or something.
Or 5. Do you have another one?
An inch.
An inch. We're doing centimeters right now. Okay. Do you have another guess? Centimeters. Okay. All right. So when we guess, we're looking at our bug. We can already tell up here 16, 17 centimeters. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. But so we already can tell that 17 is way too big, right? It's not near as long as that ruler is. What about 10? Is 10 an appropriate estimate?
No.
Why not? It's too big. You can tell just by looking at the ruler that the bug is not anywhere close to 10. So you guys are about right at 5, I think. So let's drag it up. It'll move. Okay, you have to put the very end tip on that first line. And you're going to measure to the longest point.
3.5.
So 3.5 little antennas are right here. Except it's unoriented. So about 3.5. You guys are right. What about our little beak? We're measuring the width. So from this tip to this tip. What's a good guess? Yes. No one. 3. Okay. 2. Another one. 3.5. Alright, I think you guys are pretty close. Let's see. Measure from this little eye. Swing 3.5 again. Good job. So how'd you guys figure that out? Did you use what?
Well, if you just kind of look at it, it's really not that big, and then you can probably just make a pretty good guess of it.
Good. And is this bigger or smaller or the same size as the last bug we measured? It's the same. So could we have used the size of the last bug to kind of guess, to compare how big this one is?
Yeah.
All right. Now we have a spider. Gauge how big you think the spider is.
It's 1.5.
It's 1.5 centimeters. You know, backward. 1 centimeter. 2 centimeters. All right.
I'm noticing that they're a lot smaller than before. So what are you gauging or what are you comparing it to? Yeah.
Well, it's a lot smaller than all the other bugs.
Okay, so it's really good to use comparison to help you with sizes when you're estimating sizes. That's a really good idea.
All right. And drag it up here and put the end on the first line. It's about 1.5. Yeah, they're right on. What about this hand?
That's a baby.
The baby's hand? How big is our baby's hand then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was thinking it would be about like 4.5 inches.
4.5. We're in centimeters, so 4.5 centimeters.
Yeah, 4.5.
Marshall?
4 centimeters.
4 centimeters? Good.
Yeah, 4 centimeters.
4 centimeters. Anything else?
We know
80?
3 centimeters.
3? 80, do you have yours? 3.5. So we're guessing around 3 to 4. So you guys think it's about the same size as the first few bugs?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. We're at 4. So you guys did a good job at picturing the first 2 bugs and how big they were, noticing that they're a little bit bigger than the bugs. All right, how about our alarm clock? Yes. 5. 3. 3, 4, 5, somewhere in there. Let's see, put the very end on there. About 4.
5. Yes.
Tell me about 4. If you look, okay.
It's 4.5. 5.5. That's the very
Look up here.
What's the expected behavior for sharing an answer? Show me your expected behavior for sharing an answer. Right now, I'm feeling I have a lot of unexpected behavior, and it's kind of stressing me out a little bit. So I'd appreciate it if you could show me what's expected.
Okay, remember when we measure, we have to put the widest part on there. We're measuring from the biggest part to the biggest part. So even though from right here, isn't as wide, we're measuring for the widest part. So we're measuring from up here. Make sense? So the end of our alarm clock is at about 4.5. Even though right here, it's only about 3.5. If you were to look at a real alarm clock, how big do you think that would be? What would be an appropriate estimate for the size of it? 6 centimeters? 8? What do you think? 6 or 7 or 8? So why are you guys saying that you think it's bigger than this picture? You think the alarm clock's bigger or the same? You think it's the same size as the picture? Why?
It's taller. It's not taller, but
Taller?
not wider. It's bigger so we can see it. Well, it depends on the alarm clock. It does. It does.
It does, but if you look at this picture, really, I mean, in real life, you think your alarm clock's going to be that small? No, it's probably going to be a little bit larger than that. Would centimeters still be an appropriate unit of measure to measure your alarm clock?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. But it'd probably be a little bit larger than that picture.
So remember our question on this practice test where we had the pencil, we had 7 inches, 7 centimeters, 7 feet, those questions. If we had these ones, which one would we choose? How about 7 feet, 7 kilometers, okay, if these are equations on the test, which one's most appropriate?
Yes.
in the red? 7 inches? Maybe, but
It's possible.
it's possible. But we're really probably going to measure in centimeters on this one. It's a little bit smaller. Okay? Why did you rule out feet and kilometers? Do you know why did you rule them out? Yeah, a foot is this whole ruler. Have you guys seen an alarm clock?
7 of those. I think it's like 14.
Not reasonable, is it?
Yeah.
Do you think it's about this big?
Yeah.
Maybe. But when we look at the text, we can look at our unit and know that these two aren't appropriate at all. We already have it narrowed down. I know, it's big. Alright. Last one. Our soda. How long do you think that is? Or how wide? Yeah? 1.5 centimeter? 1 or 1.5. Alright. Agree? 2. Okay, good. Ethan?
1 centimeter.
1 centimeter? Okay, so we're thinking it's pretty small. Why do you guys think that?
Because if it's going upward, it's going to be.
Well, what if
It's going to be big.
What if it was turned on its side like
Yeah, it would
this?
be a little bigger. It would be like 3 or 4. If they were turned on its side, I think that would be about 3 or 4. Only
So you guys said that since it's turned up, we know that it's smaller. But if it had been like this, it wouldn't have been. How did you guys know? What did you compare it to? How wide and how high? What did you compare the picture of the soda bottle to that we've already measured?
like the first size.
The first one, and was it bigger or smaller than this one?
Pretty was almost the same, but a little bit bigger.
Okay. So we know that this one's going to be a little bit smaller. And it's about 1.5 centimeters. If we were looking at a real bottle of soda, how big do you guys think it would be?
Bigger than a ruler. As big as a ruler. Not bigger. That's how bigger than this kid.
Okay, once again, show me the expected behavior for sharing your answer. Thank you. That gives me a thought.
If it's turned this way, sitting on a counter, how wide do you think it is? Ethan?
21.
21. Yeah. Do you have another guess? 10. Gauge. 30. You guys are thinking bigger. Why do you say that?
Mine's actually kind of small, but because that is much smaller than a real can.
Okay, so you're thinking of an actual soda can sitting, or bottle of soda sitting on the counter, and you know that it's a lot bigger than the picture of the soda can over here. So if you see on your test, let's do 5 centimeters, 5 inches, what was it? 20 centimeters and 20 inches. Which one are you guys going to pick? And tell me why. Okay. Yes.
20 centimeters.
20 centimeters. And why would you pick 20 centimeters over 20 inches?
Because inches kind of is bigger than centimeters, smaller than inches.
Yeah, and you know that 12 inches is this long.
That long.
So if we have 20 inches, it's going to be
A little longer than this.
that long.
Yeah.
And we know that soda cans are not that big, right?
I think
Why do we know that it's not 5 inches? How do we know that? Riley?
usually a lot bigger than that.
They're usually bigger. Good. And then we know that centimeters are smaller. Good job. Okay. We are going to do a measurement scavenger hunt. So on our papers, there's 3 columns. We have an item, or estimated length, and our measured length. So our first one is the width of our desk. How wide do you think the width of your desk is? So from here to here, we want to set it down. How big do you think that is? Just looking at it.
Don't measure it, just
Don't measure it yet, we're just estimating. How big do you think it is? In centimeters. Maybe 2 feet. Okay. Yeah? 40 centimeters. Okay. Ethan?
59 centimeters.
59 centimeters. Okay. And then you would write your 59 centimeters or whatever you think it is in the box, and then you're actually going to measure it.
Okay, I need listening eyes and I need listening hands. Once again, those rulers need to be on your name tag because this is the part where you're getting the directions for the activity, and they're not all the same. So it's pretty important that you listen and have your brain in. Is everyone's brain in? Okay.
Okay. On the second box, though, it has the estimated length already in there. It says 5 centimeters. So you're going to walk around the room and find something that you think is 5 centimeters long. You're going to write it in the first column, and then you're going to measure it and see how long it actually is. Does that make sense?
Are they all length or are there some width?
Just wondering. There's some length.
Okay, so let's really quickly go over that width would be how wide something is, so that horizontal. Length would be how tall, vertical. Okay?
Okay. You guys can work with partners if you want.
Teach. Get as many as you can. We've got about 5 minutes to do our scavenger hunt, so get as many done as you can. Do you need pen? Oh, do you need one? Yes. That pink pen over there.
That's 30 right here. Yeah, I know. I got to do that. I hate it. 60. Like two. Did you measure it? Yeah. Not yet. You have 2 arms. Yes. Measures out 59. I was
Remember, when we're measuring in centimeters, which side are we going to use of the ruler? The bigger side or the littler side? The littler side. Goes up to 30 centimeters. Make sure you're not measuring inches.
Wait, I think I know why. I measured this paper, but it's 6, so it's so close. Oh, that's 6 too. Well, something is 6. Oh wait, I found something. I found chapstick. that's chapstick. No, we gotta write that down. Right. Chapstick. How long is it really? It's 5.5. There's like 26. Oh yeah. 20.
Okay, I need you guys to put your rulers in the box. Where did you put the box? Yes, 1 second. You put it over there? Okay, put your rulers in your box and put your papers on this desk and then go back to the class now. And go back to your class. Oh, see myself over there. What? That's you? See myself. This is like a mirror. This. Okay, dude, come on. Where do we put the papers? It's a floating paper. Dang it. There you go. Alright. We're gonna need, so this we have. Of course it is. Probably. We got every single one right except for a good estimator. Well, first we tried the desk, but we didn't like it. Wow, good job. I only had one left. We were a half. Smartboard board still 90, and I'm like on that stuff. Smartboard good. I thought it was. You did? Who said it mine? Nobody observed me. Who said it mine? Oh, he's stuck out there. There? At my there? So, you saw what this button did to me. Yeah. You saw it I thought here. Hey, Halima, Chase, did you push that marker, the red one, on? Roxy, push it up so it turns off. So it has to be upside down. You can actually recycle that. Is that video camera? Yes. Yeah, we're going to take a rest, guys. This is your opportunity. Let's take a restroom break, and then you'll need your